Good morning, traders. This is Perry Roll, USStartupTrading.com. It is 10 minutes till 9 a.m. Eastern Time on the last day of October. Can you believe it? Uh, so, as we look back at yesterday, actually, I didn't take a snapshot of that yesterday, so we won't be doing that. We'll talk about it though. So, today we're going to have Logan. Um, he's going to deliver opening remarks. So that's right at the opening bell, but there should be nothing in here. And then we're gonna have the big, not that it's big, but anything that headline risk or whatever besides the normal D DCBS is going to be this fireside chat at noon. So mark that off on your calendars, and remember that's 30 minutes before the euro close. The euro closes at 12:30 today, so maybe we'll get a little bit of extra volatility in that final 30 minutes from 12 to 12:30 due to these chats. Uh, Nothing really doing there. So as far as untested points of control, yesterday's point of control was 6,900. We're trading 6,900. Um, 7 right now. So up to basically 69.39 quarter or down to 68.30 as potential, right? And then as we look, both of the indexes yesterday, right, made that all-time high, and then they also swept under uh, the previous 2 day low. So I always ask you, like, when we have a nice impulse move up, right? This is definitely a 6 week consolidation. We had the shake and bake, and then just, right out the top. So we had to look above last Friday. It was confirmed to be a look above and go on Monday, and just kind of ramping up here. So anytime you have that first red candle down that takes out a swing low of a previous day, right? Puts in a swing high, takes out that previous day's low, um, and then we just is it going to be a one and done or not? That's always my question. So we'll see. It's going to take a little bit to take out the high, not out of the realm of possibility. That's 26,400 basically. So we need about another 173 points there. And then for the ES, you're looking at about another 45 points or so to get up there. Definitely within the realm today. Looking at, at the end of yesterday, right? We had that before we were just in that, you know, no bid going into the earnings yesterday. Uh, and we got a little bit of a negative feedback loop going into the closing bell. But as soon as the closing bell come out, Amazon came out with their earnings, right? And then we smoked up uh, on the ES and the NQ, right? And then uh, Apple came out a little bit later, right? And you can see the impact on the Dow with Apple there. So in the overnight session, we have swept over yesterday's bell high, uh, and then we'll see what we get. I have not updated the toss 1 day expected moves for the ETFs yet, but and I'll recalculate these for the indexes as well this morning when I recalculate the ETFs, just because of all the shenanigans after the bell last night. Uh, I did not want to use those calculations. So this calculation was good enough to go into this morning. So they were predicting 26,375 and 26 or 6940 basically here, and then the low being basically just below the low of the day for the ES and a little bit uh, above the low of the day for the NQ. But I'll recalculate those expected 1 day moves somewhere between 9:45 and 10 when I send out the 8 grid with positioning. I'll have updated numbers for them as well. But really today, all I'm gonna watch is just floaty. Remember, you have a little bit larger expiration today. So as you look at, remember 7,000. If and when we print that, that should be a first test rejection, whether it's now or in 5 weeks from now. We'll see how we move into it. We closed. Uh, we'd be just under 60. We'd probably be around 68.75 if we were to open up right now, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then, so you got watch the $50 strikes, the 68.50, the 6900, and you can see for today there's a little bit of gamma on 68.90. I can't really mark everything on the charts. I try to highlight areas that we could get to and consolidate either up or down. Uh, and then, mark large gammas. But on a day like today where we could have outside volatility can do one of two things, right? We can contract volatility now that all the news is out, right? Which is probably the likeliest scenario, to be honest with you, that we have a little bit less volatility as the day wears on. Maybe we still have some into the euro closing this morning, but uh, and then coming into the afternoon, if we're going to get any trends, that's where they could come up. But the real trends probably won't set up till next week now. Uh, Now that we're through the bulk of earnings season and the major tech has been out, FOMC's been out, we'll see if we kind of just meander again starting next week, which is really my guess. Remember, last Wednesday I said I thought we could expand volatility from last Wednesday until this Friday. Well, volatility is going to start contracting either today at some point or next week. So enjoy it while you can. So you might want to have uh, instead of major sequences, right? Unless the market hasn't, died on the volatility, you probably want to go for, you're probably only going to hit one major profit target in a day, maybe two today, but starting next week, you could hit just one or none. Um, you might hit only three major profit targets next week and of little draws, right? Not even, major draws, like semi-major, like on the something that happens within a week, right, from top to bottom. Nothing that's longer term. So I hope this helps. We'll see what Jack's looking at next, but you can probably, as the day progresses, you can probably uh, if you don't want, you can probably go back to 2/3 of your size. Remember, I cut it to 1/2 yesterday. That was probably the extreme. You can probably go to 2/3 to 80%. So 66% of your position that you would normally take on opening a trade to 80%. You can probably start doing that as the day progresses, and then go back to 100% probably by Tuesday of next week. I hope this helps. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll talk to you on Monday.